What's up, YouTube? This is Atticus from The Complete Trade, and today we're going to take a look at Coinbase stock. So in today's video, I thought I would address why Cathie Wood has sold almost 1 million Coinbase shares in December. As you can see on the screen, Cathie Wood has been selling Coinbase shares almost every other day. So what's going on here? Is Cathie Wood just taking profits here, or does Cathie Wood think that Coinbase is actually going to collapse? So the answer to that question is that Cathie Wood is simply taking profits. As you can see, Coinbase still remains Cathie Wood's #1 holding in her fund. The reason why Cathie Wood is taking profits is because she can't have one single stock make up 15 to 20% of her portfolio. Because God forbid Coinbase has a very steep correction or crash, that could lead to ARK Invest also having a very steep correction or crash. That's why if you've been following Cathie Wood and ARK Invest for a while, anytime a single stock has more than a 10% weighting in her portfolio, Cathie Wood and ARK will often take some profits to keep that weighting under 10%. The whole entire purpose of an ETF like ARK is to diversify in order to mitigate individual business risk. That's why you see ARK Invest holding hundreds of different stocks with no individual stock having more than a 10 to 15% weighting. That's why you're seeing Cathie Wood trimming her Coinbase position. Because Coinbase stock has more than doubled over the past few months, Coinbase's weighting in ARK Invest's portfolio has skyrocketed. That's why Cathie Wood has sold almost 1 million Coinbase shares in December. It's to prevent Coinbase from becoming a dominant position in ARK's portfolio. It's not because Coinbase as a company is about to collapse. It's Cathie Wood's responsibility as the chief investment officer of ARK Invest to manage risk accordingly. Okay, so why did I just waste a minute of your precious life on Cathie Wood? Well, this is not financial advice, but we here at The Complete Trade think it's also a smart idea to take some profits off the table as well. With the impending Bitcoin ETF decision supposedly arriving in January, retail investors are FOMOing back into the stock market and the cryptocurrency market, and we have evidence of that. Dumb money is exiting money market funds as the stock market is hitting a new all-time high. Don't be part of the dumb money. If you survive in the financial markets long enough, you'll realize that institutions, aka the smart money, uses events that draw a lot of attention like the Bitcoin ETF in order to manipulate retail investors into buying the top. If you are someone who purchased Coinbase stock over the past few days, you're buying the same Coinbase shares that Cathie Wood and other institutions are selling. We just showcased that Cathie Wood has been offloading Coinbase shares almost every other day. On top of that, take a look at the South Korean pension fund's cost basis for Coinbase stock. We covered this a few months ago. Their cost basis is at $70. I highly doubt this fund is purchasing Coinbase shares at $173 today. So before moving into the Wycoff analysis, just to summarize, don't be part of the FOMOing dumb money institutions constantly take advantage of on a daily basis. We will have another buying opportunity in the future. Just be patient. Okay, moving into the charts. For those of you that are new here, Coinbase is breaking out of Wycoff accumulation schematic number 2. We're in phase D, and Coinbase has formed an SOS, which stands for sign of strength. Just like in the Wycoff schematic, we do anticipate Coinbase will form a third LPS, which stands for last point of supply, at around $116.30. We don't believe Coinbase is about to go to new all-time highs as a result of the upcoming Bitcoin ETF news. What's more likely is that the Bitcoin ETF news will be a sell the news event. This doesn't mean that Coinbase stock will go back to $116 next week. It may take several weeks, if not months, for Coinbase stock to get back to $116. Heck, Coinbase could continue to push higher in the short term, but regardless, we believe Coinbase stock will get back to the $116 liquidity landmark eventually. We still maintain that the best decision at the moment is to either hold or take some profits off the table. We still believe the worst decision at the moment is to FOMO buy. Personally speaking, I sold some Coinbase shares as the market closed on Friday. It'd just be stupid of me not to take some profits on a position we more than doubled our money on. The chart may look a bit messy at the moment, but as you can see, most of our Fibonacci levels range between $150 and $200. Hence, we are in major Fibonacci resistance at the moment. Now moving into some indicators, starting with the Volatility Expansion Index, the volatility reading on the weekly time frame is now at a whopping 95%. Mind you, this indicator ranges between 0% and 100%. So Coinbase stock is trading at peak volatility at the moment, which is why you're seeing Coinbase stock moving like Sonic the Hedgehog. But as you can see throughout Coinbase's chart history, whenever Coinbase has an extremely high volatility reading like right now, it often signals periods of sideways trading and consolidation. Take, for instance, back in May of 2022, back when Coinbase stock had dropped from $98 to $48 in 1 week. For the next few weeks, Coinbase stock just traded sideways. Going back to January of 2022, when Coinbase first dropped to $150, Coinbase stock proceeded to trade sideways for the next few weeks. And I believe something similar may be happening here, where Coinbase stock may trade in a sideways range as a result of Coinbase stock trading right inside our Fibonacci resistance levels, as well as the volatility expansion index reaching peak volatility. Moving into the daily RSI indicator, very similar to the last Bitcoin video, we've been talking about how Coinbase stock has been accumulating a lot of bearish divergence over the past few weeks, where Coinbase stock is making a series of higher highs, but the daily RSI is printing a series of lower highs. The daily RSI simply needs to cool off and reset, very similar to the volatility expansion index, so that Coinbase stock can make that next leg higher. And finally, the TD sequential indicator. The TD sequential indicator is now printing a 9-count sell signal as Coinbase is printing a bearish weekly gravestone doji. The last time the TD sequential indicator printed a 9-count buy signal actually marked the bear market bottom. Now, we don't believe that this 9-count sell signal is going to cause Coinbase stock to collapse, but we do believe Coinbase stock is due for a correction and some sideways consolidation. Closing things off with the Coinbase against Bitcoin valuation, the Coinbase against Bitcoin valuation has officially tagged our red Fibonacci retracement resistance area, so it only makes sense that the bears showed some fight on Friday. Additionally, very similar to the Coinbase chart, the Coinbase against Bitcoin valuation also has a high volatility reading at 95%. So just like I said a few minutes ago, don't be shocked if Coinbase does nothing and trades sideways for the next few weeks and months. That being said, the long-term picture remains intact. The Coinbase against Bitcoin valuation has pushed past the supply trend line, breaking out of a bullish falling wedge and a bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern. And because of these long-term bullish signals, we still believe Coinbase stock is going to be an absolute banger when the bull market fully takes off. Our long-term targets that span between $430 and $2,156 still remain intact. Okay, so that's my analysis on Coinbase stock for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.